Let's talk about alcohol. Why talk about alcohol? According to the NIH and the CDC, 95,000 people die from alcohol-related causes every year. Alcohol-related deaths are the third leading cause of preventable deaths in America. Number 1 is tobacco, number 2 is poor diet and lack of physical activity, and number 3 is alcohol-related deaths. What are some of the diseases associated with alcohol? Number 1, alcohol-associated liver disease and liver cirrhosis. In 2015, 49.5% of cirrhosis deaths were alcohol-related, and this death was highest in people aged 25 to 34. That's right, age 25 to 34. Also related with alcohol is heart disease and stroke, upper digestive tract cancers such as stomach cancer, mouth cancer, or cancers of the esophagus, liver cancer, breast cancer, high blood pressure, and fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. Fetal alcohol spectrum disorder is an illness that happens with babies when their pregnant mothers consume alcohol. What are some other problems associated with alcohol other than diseases? In 2020, 11,654 people were killed in car accidents involving alcohol-impaired drivers. This accounted for about 30% of all traffic-related deaths in the United States. That's almost 1 in 3 traffic-related deaths. Every day, 32 people in the USA are killed in crashes involving an alcohol-impaired driver. That is about 1 death every 45 minutes. Alcohol is also associated with violent behavior and domestic violence, as well as suicide. Now, one may say, I don't drink a lot. I only drink in moderation and I never drive while intoxicated. Aren't there benefits to drinking alcohol in moderation? Let's read from the Dietary Guidelines for Americans 2020 to 2025 written by the USDA. And I will quote, "Emerging evidence suggests that even drinking within the recommended limits may increase the overall risk of death from various cancers, such as from several types of cancer and some forms of cardiovascular disease. Alcohol has been found to increase risk for cancer, and for some types of cancer, the risk increases even at low levels of alcohol consumption, parentheses, less than 1 drink in a day, close parentheses." Another quote from the Dietary Guidelines for Americans 2020 to 2025 says, "The Dietary Guidelines does not recommend that individuals who do not drink alcohol start drinking for any reason." Let's continue. According to the NIH, drinking in moderation is associated with 1. Increased risk of drowning, 2. Increased risk of injuries from violence and falls, 3. Increased motor vehicle accidents, 4. Increased risk of female breast cancer, oral pharyngeal cancer, that's cancers of the mouth and throat, and esophageal cancer, that's cancer of the esophagus, and 5. Increased harmful medication interactions. Furthermore, there is no known safe dose of alcohol in regards to breast cancer. According to the International Agency for Research on Cancer, alcohol is causally related to breast cancer risk, with a 7 to 10% increase in risk for each 10 grams, about 1 drink, of alcohol consumed daily by adult women. So the International Agency for Research on Cancer is saying that alcohol causes increased breast cancer risk. Drinking 3 to 4 alcoholic drinks or more per week after a breast cancer diagnosis may increase risk of breast cancer coming back, aka breast cancer recurrence. Speaking of breast cancer screening is important, but equally important is decreasing your risk of getting it in the first place. As they say, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Now, what does the Bible say? Proverbs chapter 20 verse 1 says, "Wine is a mocker and beer a brawler. Whoever is led astray by them is not wise." Proverbs 23 verse 29 to 32 says, "Who has woe? Who has sorrow? Who has contentions? Who has babbling? Who has wounds without cause? Who has redness of the eyes? They that tarry long at the wine, they that go to seek mixed wine. Look not thou upon the wine when it is red, when it gives its color in the cup, when it moves itself aright. At the last it bites like a serpent, and stings like an adder." Now, as a disclaimer, if you are a heavy drinker and you would like to quit, please contact your doctor, because abruptly stopping alcohol can lead to alcohol withdrawal, which is a very dangerous condition if not under supervised medical care. So friends, the Lord tells us in 3 John verse 2, "Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospers." God bless you. This has been Faith, Learn, and Practice, and remember, practice makes perfect.